no.
What the Oh. Are you kidding me? Are they alive? Yeah. You guys.
Hey guys, today we're talking Survive the Raft, episode 4.
Yeah, and what an episode it was.
It was interesting. Finally, some stuff starting to happen.
Oh, yeah, man. So we got our new boy, Jimmy.
Jimmy's on board.
What do you think about Jimmy?
He's the captain now, apparently.
I liked Mykhal better.
Yeah, Mykhal,
dude, Mykhal was the man.
I'm a way bigger fan of Mykhal.
I'm his
than Jimmy.
Mykhal, I tell you.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy was like threatening to take the money, but when it came down to get down and dirty and get naked, Jimmy wasn't willing to get naked, right? So
I don't know that he wasn't willing to get naked.
he didn't volunteer.
I think they prevented him from volunteering so that he wasn't given the opportunity to take the 50.
So Jimmy comes on board. Nate has another bounty mission for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's splitting people up in 2 groups.
Yeah.
A naked group.
The nudies and the non-nudies.
The naked group? And they picked the right people for the naked one.
Yeah, they did.
You know,
Yes,
I noticed some clear bias here, I think, you know?
Yeah, it was good.
So who's in the naked group?
Billy really likes the blurred strips.
Yeah. She had
He was
Summer.
watching
Yeah,
intently.
Summer.
Summer, she's part of that group,
Right,
thank God.
right.
That
Yeah.
blurred anatomy really gets him going.
You had
CJ, Merissa.
CJ was your favorite, right?
Yeah, of course, finally happened.
And Merissa, Maddie, and then,
Elliot.
and Elliot, yeah. Elliot. Yeah.
And everyone else is putting together the net to catch the fruit.
That's right. There's fruit. And the thing is, you know, of course, they had that apple. Like, hey, you steal this apple, you can take this 50K to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 50K is a lot of money.
Hell yeah. And, you know, and like we said, we saw that, you know, the preview of Jimmy saying, damn, 50K, I could take that and run, right?
I would love to have seen Jimmy be enticed by the apple and see what would happen.
Absolutely.
But he didn't get the opportunity.
I tell you, I would have been enticed to see anybody to want to take that 50K, right? At this point, it's like, somebody take that damn money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, Summer said that if she was presented with the opportunity 15 or more.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more than 15.
I mean, her threshold was 15. This is
right.
50. This is more than 3 times that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
imagine 50K, man. It's like, damn.
Well, Summer's locked in now, apparently. She's part of the crew.
Yeah,
so that's risky.
She's part of the team mentality. She's not.
Right. Oh, yeah.
She's not there for herself. She's there for her team.
Evidently.
Yeah, and they're
And for you, Billy.
They're finding fruit, putting it in a bag, zip lining. I mean, this is a fairly easy competition.
Yeah, dude, I tell you, that'd be like, I feel bad for the people that didn't get naked and take part, 'cause that was fun, dude. I was like, holy shit, man, they're getting to run around, grab this fruit, they get on the zip line.
Except for CJ when he gets on the zip line and catches
his balls are kind of hanging out there.
He's like, ow.
Like, that's a little rough there, yeah.
These guys are hitting the water pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently they're dropping this fruit pretty hard because old Russell gets injured.
There's a handful of the fruit, and he's like, no.
Yeah, so Russell has to take a timeout, get medical attention.
So I'll tell you, man, what pissed me off, though, the previews from the last episode made it look a lot worse than it was, right? They made me think, oh, shit, Russell's like, he's hurt bad, you know, maybe he's
he can't use his hands at all.
Right, we're going to have to amputate.
Oh, yeah, and then afterward, he was like, okay, Russell's fine. You know,
he goes back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, not even,
but
he's not even
is
out for the challenge.
He is in a sling and stuff later, so it
Which
could
I guess
be broken.
that's babying the hand, but like it was his hand, so I don't know what the sling really does. I guess it prevents his hand from
I don't know.
hitting things. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
that was a cool event though, man.
And they were naked, which
that was cool.
I mean, it didn't really add too much to it, right?
No,
I mean, they felt pretty comfortable being naked, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know Ashley mentioned last episode, and I don't know if he posted or not, but she was like, you know, it seems like the way they're developing some of these events is to kind of like be difficult for certain people. Like, so had Summer been around and you had a naked event, like, you know, as a Muslim, hell no, she's not going to take part in that event, right? So,
well, and then last week they had the eating of everything on the plate except for one thing.
Which is meant for, what's her name?
Yeah, Merissa.
Yeah, Merissa, exactly.
Yeah.
but she could have been on the net team.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the naked stuff was kind of interesting, but no one felt that uncomfortable.
No,
so.
you get people
But I
volunteering
think
quick, man.
Probably would have been an uncomfortable situation for someone Muslim to be around other people being naked
that's
too,
true,
right?
Right.
So
yeah, no doubt about it.
I mean, I don't know how that would have worked.
CJ's afraid of heights, but it didn't hold him back too much.
That's right. He was free balling it up on the thing there, man. It was good.
I I feel bad for these guys who has to like strap them in and they're
Oh
like,
yeah. Because when you're freeballing and you hit that water that fast, man, that's
and
you're
they're
like,
climbing up and they're just like they're spotting from underneath.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have minded being somebody's
But-
spotter.
but
huh?
the
That's
net
right.
is-
That is spotter there.
The net is pretty big. They should have. They should have done something to make this a little
that
more
was
challenging.
a big net, no doubt about it, man. It
Yeah.
was like pretty easy for them to hit that net.
I was
when
still
they're
waiting
dropping.
for someone to miss.
Yeah. But yeah, no doubt they should have made it a lot smaller.
Yep, and they go 10 for 10.
Mhm.
So
For 40, that's funny then, right? They went 10 for 10 for 40K. But somebody, if they'd have taken that apple, they'd have got 50K, right?
that would have been big
So-
because that's minus 10K from what they already even
from the
had.
85 they had originally, right?
Yeah.
So they've been down to
So-
75.
So Nick Boyer goes and he's examining the fruit, looking for the apple. No one took an apple.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Summer's deal was.
Right? Because she
So-
said, yeah, because she
She's
said,
part of the team now.
yeah, evidently.
I'm waiting for the first person to steal something. I mean,
Dude, right?
they have
that
this.
was the perfect freaking opportunity, man.
They
You would've
have this
stolen it.
huge
Yeah, hell yeah.
element
Take that
that
shit in a
isn't
heartbeat.
What about your team?
Fuck the team.
the huge element that's not even being
Really?
used, and we're halfway through the season almost
Yeah.
at this point.
I would have taken that money and I would have blamed it on somebody else. I'd be like, yo, dude, I mean, I've been team player the whole time, so and
Very
so.
deceptive.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat, man. 50K.
What do they
In a
need to
heartbeat.
do? They need to up it to 100K. What do they need to
Right,
do to
yeah.
get someone to steal it?
Yeah, exactly.
Someone would steal 100K.
Yeah, 100K. Yeah, you can hate me all day
Yeah,
long.
right.
Because I don't know if they're going to walk away with 100. They're not
not.
going to walk
No.
away with
They
100K.
gotta
Per
have a pot
person?
of like 800.
No.
They
they're-
won't even walk
yeah.
away with
Bounty.
50K, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, per person, when this is all said and done, I don't think it's going to be 50K per person. You're right.
Yeah, so someone probably should have took it. And,
Oh, yeah.
and you take it, that's yours.
And
There's
then you're
no
still in it.
opportunity that
Yeah.
they know it's you.
No, and then you're
However,
still in
this
it for
bounty,
the end.
think about it, guys. This bounty was bigger than
Any of the rest?
substantially
Yeah.
bigger than the rest, but only 4 of them had the opportunity to get. So,
Right.
so instead of like all the other ones,
That is more risky because one of 4 people.
it could be
Right.
one of 8 people, and you're like, oh, you can point fingers, but when it's one of 4,
Right.
now you're, it's like hard to
I'd
talk your
take
way
it,
out
man.
of that.
I would have taken it. I would blame that shit on somebody else.
All right,
But-
who would
but-
you have blamed it on?
Summer.
But I don't know if they're doing the math.
She's a newbie.
If I was
I
CJ,
don't
if
know
I was
if they're
CJ,
doing the
if I was
math.
CJ, I'd have taken that shit and blamed it on Summer.
I mean, you have to have like $400,000 at least in the pot to make 50 grand each.
Yeah,
So I don't think they're going to have that.
No, hell no.
So they might need to recalculate, that in their
Yeah.
mind. But
Oh, yeah.
no one's taking it right now.
No.
So, and then they're talking, obviously we know what's next. We going to swap someone out or not?
Right.
And,
And-
Tara's like thinking about it.
Yeah, well, and the crazy thing is, so this episode, there wasn't near as much drama as there had been in the past 3, right? You didn't
Right.
see a lot of the drama going on in this
Lashana
episode.
real quiet.
She was very quiet, right? And and good reason for that. So the drama really wasn't there, So I was, so when it got to that decision, I was like, I wonder what's going to happen here.
Well, there was some
Yeah.
drama with the chickens.
Yeah, with the chicken. That's true, right?
Yep.
Been some
A lot of
drama
drama
with
with the
the
chicken.
Like these dudes, so we had Elliot and freaking Jimmy, right? Went on the excursion. They brought back these 2 chickens, and of course, immediately freaking Marissa's crying and shit. It's like, dude, get the hell out of here.
Now
You're
here's the
crying.
deal with chickens. They lay eggs. You can eat the eggs.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
how often do they lay eggs? I don't know that.
I think daily.
Pretty often, yeah.
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 Pretty often.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, where are you going to keep the chickens? It's
Yeah.
like, they're
Just let
free
'em-
range, bro.
let 'em range around the damn boat. Yeah, who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess that could be a little bit of an issue, but,
But Marissa's
I mean,
balling
What
her
else are
eyes
you
out,
doing on the
dude.
boat? You can't. You can't be burdened to take.
you
care
can
of
go
two
to the,
chickens?
it seems like
Yeah.
you can go to the island pretty frequently.
Right, exactly. But Merissa starts bawling her eyes out about these 2 freaking chickens, man. It's like, dude, seriously? It's like, you guys got to eat, man. Like, you are the only non-meat eater on this freaking boat.
If they can
You know?
go to the island pretty easily, then why don't they take some resources, build a little coop on the island, and go get the eggs?
That's
Yeah,
true.
they could do that. Yeah,
that's true
that's true.
too. They do it on Survivor,
Right.
and
But
we've
e-
seen it on
but-
Survivor, and they not kill the chicken.
But either way, as a vegan, Merissa would still be against eating the eggs.
Yeah.
So,
but that's
you know.
different though,
But-
because there's
No,
no
well, to
harm
her, it's
in
not different.
eating unfertilized egg.
To
or
her,
Well,
she's
what I
still gonna
thought
cry.
was-
She,
What I thought was odd is that she screamed, "Are they alive?"
Yeah.
Like she would have preferred that.
Right,
they
like,
killed them.
oh shit, we should have snapped their necks on the island
I'm like,
and brought them back.
I don't know
Like,
what's
like, we
worse
just
here.
found these fresh dead chickens on the beach, I don't know.
Oh no, they were dead.
They had to know Merissa was going to freak out, but I mean, they didn't even really. I don't think they understood how the eggs work.
Right. Yeah.
I really don't think
Yeah,
half
that's
these
true.
people
Don't
understand
either.
how the eggs work.
Yeah.
They make eggs, man.
Yeah,
That's
you-
all I
They
know.
make eggs
I
like
don't-
without
I don't know how
needing a male.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's how chickens work.
Exactly.
We're gonna wait until they have eggs, and then we're gonna hatch eggs, and then we're gonna have eggs everywhere.
Well, I'm not gonna yell
This
that.
is stupid.
But you got to feed them, right? You got to have proper
Yeah.
coop for them. You got to feed them. You got to have grain.
They don't have the
Yeah.
resources.
No. But still, Merissa, would have cried no matter what. So.
They didn't take too long to think about it. They turned around and took those chickens back.
And Jimmy's a little disappointed. He's like, oh
Yeah, he
my
was.
gosh.
He's like,
What is
"Damn,
going on here?"
I was trying to help out, bring the
He
chicken.
said, I thought I was going to be a hero.
But
Not
Tara
so much.
starts saying, like, who we getting rid of?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's a discussion at the table, and Merissa brings up to Russell that she feels physically unsafe.
Yeah, with Lashanna.
Lashana, because of the somewhat threatening words that
From
she
the
had
last episode.
Right.
but not towards her, but towards Summer, saying you don't know me, like you don't know, like
Right,
I
like
guess.
step up to me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
now
and I can kind of see. First of all, she's being a little dramatic because
yeah,
there was no threat ever made to her. But I can see, okay, well, look, if you get on her bad side and you disagree, you don't want to be on the other end of that.
Right.
So maybe.
right. And one of the thing is, we're getting it episode to episode, but they're living it like the full 24 hours at a time, right?
Right.
So it's a big difference for them. So we see, okay, there wasn't much drama from Lashana this episode, but for us,
That was only
it's
like
an episode.
12 hours ago
Right,
for her.
right, exactly.
Well,
Her,
Lashana
you know,
is on
she's
the
living
other
it.
side of the tarp, like listening into
And,
this.
Oh, yeah.
and here's the deal. Lashana comes around and says, I heard some of what's being said,
Mhm.
and then they actually tell her to her face what they were saying.
Yeah.
And she's like, I hear you, I understand you. What can we do to move forward here to make, I'm not a violent person, I'm not gonna be violent. She remained very calm,
Yeah, she
very
did.
respectful. She didn't react to the fact they were talking about her behind her back. And it's like it just fell on deaf ears.
Here's
Well,
the thing.
because-
I think
because-
the
because she'd
fearful
raised so much
thing.
shit
I think
before
the
that.
fearful thing
It's
is
an
just a
excuse.
crap.
Yeah, it is.
Like, what do you mean fearful? You
Yeah.
think she's gonna like
yeah,
attack you out of nowhere? Like,
Right.
come on.
No.
Now she's stirring the pot. She's hard to
Exactly.
get along with. That's just the truth of the matter.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. She's hard to get along with. She keeps stirring shit up. Granted, if she did in this past 12 hours, great, but that's only 12 hours or whatever, But prior to all this, she did. So, I mean, I get what Merissa... I don't give Marissa shit about me. I'm scared for my life. That's horse shit.
Right.
Just like the friggin' chickens and all that crap. But I do understand where they're at with Lashanna and like how they're kind of fed up with her nonsense.
But
So-
I feel like she's trying to redeem herself, and,
But it's
and
too
she's too far gone.
Exactly.
Like they're just not taking it.
They should have did it last week with Mykhal.
Exactly.
And that's my thing. Like last week, I was all for Lashana going.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not. For
And
it
that's
this
when
week.
the incident happened. Mychal's a cool
And
guy.
Mykhal was a perfect
But,
replacement.
again-
He was
Russell
cool.
didn't give him an opportunity. but-
Again, for us, it was last week. For them, it was
Yeah.
12 hours ago. Right.
Yeah.
So, huge difference.
Yeah, but
Right.
Mykhal, like, they're all still on the fence with Jimmy, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's a cool guy, I guess, on some level. Like, but he's
For
not.
now.
He's
For now,
not
yeah.
bringing. They don't know if they can trust him. They don't. There's nothing spectacular about. There was something about Mykhal everybody loved.
Oh, dude. Mike was
he
amazing,
was
man.
a good guy. He was
Team player.
Like I
team
said,
player. He was funny. He brought like a lightheartedness to the group.
yeah, I mean, we've seen other shows where they recycle people. I can only hope that like they plan on bringing Mykhal back at some
Yeah.
point and give him another chance, man. 'Cause that dude deserves it. If anybody in this show so far deserves another chance to get on this show, it's Mykhal.
So
I mean,
in-
he was awesome.
the premise of the show is like, or is what they were saying was trying to keep that original group together, unless it's like necessary to interchange people. When it came to Mykhal being there and getting
Oh,
rid
yeah.
of somebody, that was I felt like a necessary change. That would have
Absolutely.
been a very good exchange. At
Lashana
this
might have
point in
been
time, I don't
gone
think there
last
was.
week, but Russell stepped in.
Yeah.
And at that point, they should have voted Russell off.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Russell dictated how.
Russell dictates a lot.
He does.
This one tonight.
Yeah.
too,
Even
right?
even when
Or-
Lashana comes in, he starts immediately trying to sue things up and like, look, I'll say it right. I'll replay it if you want.
yeah, exactly.
So Nate Boyer comes in and says, hey, you guys need to do the vote thing. And then he leaves. And then Russell takes it upon himself to make up
Let's
new
do it
rules for the
anonymous.
game, I
Right, yeah.
guess, which
Well,
is
and-
weird.
And Nate kind of says, hey, as a host, I'm not trying to dictate here. I'm not trying to think, he's like, the original problem with the 1973 experiment was Genevieve's kind of, put his he kind of tried to dictate how things went. He's like, as a host here, I'm not trying to do that. You know, this is all you guys.
figure it out.
You know, you figure it out. And then, like you said, Russell kind of took over and said, well, fine, let's just make this anonymous.
So when you say you guys, you mean Russell.
Yeah,
Right,
I hate
right,
Russell
right.
stepping in and dictating things, but I actually like the plan at least. So
Yeah.
Much better than last time, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So everyone's voting anonymously. Whoever has the most votes is gone,
Yeah.
which I like.
So do I. That's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
And for Lashanna, unfortunately for her, she just effed it up too much the past, several nights or whatever that she was dealing with these people, and they just had enough of her.
It's between her and Jimmy.
Like, and if you notice, it was open to anybody, but all the votes, like you said, were between her and Jimmy. Nobody said,
Yeah.
hey, Russell, somebody
No.
else. It was all Lashanna and Jimmy.
Well, that makes you think there's a lot of talking going on behind
Oh,
the
yeah.
Well,
scenes.
CJ mentioned
Yeah.
he's like he hates that one person's complaint became 5 people's
Right.
vote.
Marissa's.
Because then they all explain their reason after, and it's like, if I don't want anyone to feel unsafe here. And it's like basically because she said she felt physically unsafe, they felt they needed to protect her.
Right.
Nobody else felt physically unsafe.
No.
You know what I mean? No one else claimed that they felt that themselves.
Well,
they all voted
right.
that based on her feeling that way. And then sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Then LaShonda says the same thing. She handled the elimination
She did.
very well too. And she said, sometimes I wish they could see my side of it too. Because, she
Is
felt
Lashanna
attacked
being
about it.
Lashanna, or is she trying to be someone else because she knows she's kind of on the chopping block here?
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
I don't know.
Exactly. Well, and one
I
of the
mean,
things is
it benefits her to play it cool right now.
Yeah.
But
and what-
CJ had a good point. She had never cast any doubt
Yeah.
that she was going to take any money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was
But
and she was contributing to the challenges. Like, why get rid of her at that
yeah,
point?
but I think at this point Marissa's starting to dig her grave as well. With
Yeah, she is.
so
Yeah, she can go.
Yeah. Okay, so the vote comes
Bring
down,
Michael back.
and it's 6
Yeah, oh, yeah.
people to Lashanna and
three
three
people Mike,
to
or
Jimmy.
Jimmy, I mean, yeah.
So she's out.
yeah.
And I think we saw that coming, right? I mean, at this point, it was like, because again,
I don't know, because CJ's on her side. I imagine
That's
CJ voted
surprising.
for her,
And see,
Russell and herself.
that's
Those are probably
surprising.
the 3 votes.
Yeah.
I
because
think.
he can get past it. He's looking at the game or
Yeah.
the challenge, and she's being pleasant at least for now,
To an extent,
and
yeah.
she's contributing to the challenges and not taking the
I
money.
think
so I
there's
get rid
a
of
little
her.
girl power thing
Well,
going on right now.
now Lashanna didn't have the option to take the money this time, right? Because she was on the catching crew.
True.
So
Do you
Yeah,
think if she had
but I
had
don't
the
think she
option,
would've taken
feeling that she was kind of on the outs with
she
people,
might
do you
have
think she
taken it.
would
Who
have
knows?
taken it?
I don't know at this
Who's
point.
likely to take the money at this point, you think?
Well, Jimmy, we thought he was likely.
Yeah,
to take
but
the money.
Jimmy's new, so we don't really know too much. What about the people other than Jimmy?
Honestly,
I don't know.
they all seem pretty well team players to this
How
point.
much money do you think it would be for even the team player to be
Yeah.
like, I gotta take?
50K was a lot of damn money.
Yeah. 75, it's a given.
Oh my god,
It's a given.
no doubt.
50K should have done it, but I don't think these guys are thinking.
Yeah, like Nate Boyer was probably like, shit. I wish I could come in here and steal some money.
Yeah, but the odds were high when it was between you and 3 other people.
But at the same time,
It puts a lot of heat on
at the
you.
same time, you still got 3 other people you could throw that heat on, right? So I mean,
I'm ready to get rid of Merissa and Russell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep,
I'm with
they
you.
could go.
Yep.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I felt after last week, I was hoping more that Russell would go this week than LaShonda anyway, because
Right.
I didn't like how he just kind of bogarted the whole
Mhm.
ceremony.
Yeah,
or
I'm
elimination or
glad
whatever.
Lashanna went, but at the same time, I'm with you. Like Russell needs to go. That dude's be gone, and then
I'm
right
not-
after him, Merissa.
I'm not
For
glad
sure.
LaShonda went this week. I wish she had gone last week so we could have had Mykhal.
Yeah.
I don't know what
That's
Jimmy
Here's the
brings to
thing, though. I
table.
think Marissa is in this like girl alliance,
Oh, she
like
is.
so that
With Maddie,
she probably ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, maybe not.
Because I think Maddie,
Tara.
Tara's in on it,
Yeah.
and probably Elliot for all I know.
Yeah,
so.
maybe.
I don't know.
Now Elliot, man, Elliot's been playing it cool, man. I like Elliot. I like what he's been doing
Yeah.
because
But he had to vote to get rid of LaShawn.
oh, you know he did. Yeah, but he
For
went on.
safety reasons.
Well,
No,
I
because
just-
he's a part of
but
that crew.
He went
I
on that.
just don't
and
get
he
it.
went on that excursion with Jimmy and brought those friggin' chickens back. So you know he's thinking the same shit about Merissa at this point. Like, all
Yeah.
right, maybe we need to get rid of her.
Well,
soon,
and
too.
he was a little
Yeah.
disappointed about the chickens because he was like, "Can we not just be excited about this?"
Right.
Right.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
kind of mad at us. For
He
a
was
second.
thinking, "I need some eggs," and he's
Yeah.
a power lifter,
Yeah.
so he's
Exactly.
like, "I need my
he needs the
protein."
protein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure.
Yep.
What would have been nice is if there was at least one vote in there for Marissa, just to like the
Mm,
fact
yeah.
that the
Change it up.
votes were split between these 2 people.
That's risky, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But again, that's the difference between us seeing it, once a week and them living it daily, right? So
now CJ looks like he's in trouble next week with Tara.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
and he
which is
kind of
funny because they're both
throws
more
it
the
out there.
conservative people, right? So
Yeah, and
Yeah.
CJ, he's kind of all over the place.
He is. Like, I can't read this guy. I think he's just there. I think he's actually playing the game. I mean,
No, he is,
gets
no doubt about it.
irritated by the differences in opinions that
Yeah.
everybody has, and you can see him like
but
try to keep quiet when he hears things he doesn't agree with. But
at the end of the day, he is about making as much money as
Yep.
he can for the team. I agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
All right, the show is finally starting to get interesting because
yeah.
we see an original swapped out. So who knows what's in store in the future?
The second
Someone's
original.
going to steal some money at some point, or this show is problematic.
Yeah, because I mean, now we got 2 newbies in, 2 originals out, right?
Yep.
So,
All right, guys, join in on the conversation in the comments section. There's also a Facebook group called Survive the Raft Fans.
Yeah,
Check it out.
and that one just started up and it's actually great. I mean, I know I've commented some, Josh commented some. There's a good conversation on the Facebook channel, so check it out. And as always, guys, we love talking to you. We really do. So hit us up on this channel and hit that like and subscribe button, and we will check you at our next review.
Bye.
see ya.